In our previous video then, we added our navigation elements. Now we're going to start adding our Font Awesome icons to make our menu items really stand out. So we're going to use Font Awesome, as we said. They recommend using the I element, which used to be the italics element. And in there we set our class. The core class is FA, which is short for Font Awesome. And the second class that we provide is the specific icon, in this case FA-home. We're also going to set the ARIA hidden attribute to true so that this will be ignored by screen readers. When that's in place, we can save it and refresh our page. And we see that our home icon is there. Now you don't need to use the I element if you don't want. You can use a span element or any inline element. For Font Awesome, they recommend using I. So let's copy that and paste it into our remaining 3 list items. And then all we need to do is just change the specific icon that we want to appear. So for the resume, that will be a graduation cap. Then FA-comment-O, which will give us an empty speech bubble for our contact. And then for download, FA-download. And you can check the Font Awesome website if you want to get the names of specific icons to use in your projects. Now that's done, we will save and refresh, and we can see that we have all of our 4 icons there, and we're good to carry on. So let's add another class to each of our 4 list items, and this will be called menu item. Each of our list items will be styled and governed by this style. The plan is that it will arrange the text and the Font Awesome icons in a much more visually pleasing way. Now that we've put that in each of our 4 list items, let's go back to our style.css and we can add that class. So that's .menuItem. And the first thing that we want to do inside our menu item class is set the height. And we're going to set the height to 120 pixels, which will be roughly 1/3 of the overall height of this section. Remember that our profile image is 360 pixels in height, so 120 is 1/3 of that overall height, which provides a kind of visual balance. We then want to set our text align to center and our padding to 0. So let's save that and take a look at how it appears. Okay, so it's getting more interesting. The text and the icons are still a bit too small, but we'll style those in a moment. It's looking balanced. The thirds, the rule of thirds, is roughly applying here. So now let's go back and target some child elements. The anchor, or the A tag, is our clickable area. So what we want to do is target that. It's a child of menu item, and we want to set its width to 100%. The goal is to make the entire area of this div clickable. We'll then set the text decoration to none. This will remove the underscore that we see under the text of our link. It's very rare that you'll see an underlined link item these days. We'll also set the color to white and the height to 120 pixels, which matches our parent menu item. Okay, when we save that and refresh it now, we can see that the colors have been targeted. We need to increase the font sizes themselves, so we're going to target the Font Awesome icons next, and eventually our span text. Let's target our Font Awesome icons now. Again, we use menu item as the parent, then the A tag, and then I, which is a child of our anchor tags. So what we want to do is set some top padding at 22 pixels, which will just push it down a little bit from the top of the div. We're also going to use display block so that the icon appears on a line of its own. It will start and end with a new line. Normally, the I element is in line. We're going to set the color to #FA, which is a slightly off-white color, which we're going to use a lot throughout the project. We'll set the font size to, say, 26 pixels, which is a nice size. When we save that and refresh it, everything is looking good. It's looking a lot more interesting with this added colour, which is a dominant band of colour that we'll use throughout. Let's go back then and target our span text now. We're going to set display block again so that it appears on a line by itself. We'll set the width to 100% so it goes the full width of our parent div. We're also going to set the padding top just to 5 pixels, which will push it down a little bit below our Font Awesome icon above it. Text align center once again. We're going to use text transform uppercase, which will make it capital letters. And we're just going to play slightly with our font here. We're going to increase the size to 14 pixels from standard, and we're going to set the font weight to 300, which is slightly thinner than the standard font weight, but it looks more elegant. And we'll also experiment with adding some letter spacing between the letters of 2 pixels each. So let's save that, refresh it, and that's looking a lot nicer. It looks very elegant and it's nicely balanced. So this now sets us up very nicely for our next video, where we're going to use the hover effect over each menu item.